Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers' DeMarvin Leal puts doubters on notice with four-word message. Head coach Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers issued a challenge to 23-year-old defensive lineman DeMarvin Leal in his postseason press conference on January 18. But Leal has responded to that challenge and is apparently feeling very confident about how his offseason went. On June 13, Leal issued his own simple message to his doubters on social media. "Keep counting me out," Leal wrote on X, formerly Twitter. The Steelers drafted Leal in the third round at number 84 overall of the 2022 NFL Draft. But in 2 seasons, Leal has underperformed, posting just 29 combined tackles with 1 sack. He's also recorded 3 tackles for loss, 2 quarterback hits and 4 pass defenses. Including the playoffs, Leal ended the 2023-24 season as a healthy scratch in the final 4 games. But with his performance at OTAs and confidence through his social media message, Leal may be poised to make a bigger impact in 2024. After a disappointing end to the 2023-24 campaign for Leal, Tomlin didn't shut the door on the 2022 third-round pick returning to the lineup for the Steelers. But Tomlin put Leal on notice that it was going to take a lot of work. "He's got to be a component of that," Tomlin said of Leal to the media on January 18. "Obviously, we put helmets on guys that we think are best positioned to help us secure victory, and he hadn't been a component of that, and so he's got some work to do." Leal dealt with a knee injury during the middle part of his 2022 rookie season. But he returned to the lineup that campaign and made his first NFL start in Week 17. The young defensive lineman then received a golden opportunity for more playing time when Cameron Heyward suffered a groin injury in the 2023 season opener. But Leal struggled from weeks 2 to 4, posting below-average grades in run defense and pass rush according to Pro Football Focus. Maybe as a result, Heyward rushed his rehab to return to the field for Week 9. Leal lost his starting job upon Heyward's return. Then by Week 14, Leal wasn't even dressing. Last season, Leal recorded 15 combined tackles, including 2 tackles for loss, 2 quarterback hits, 1 sack and 1 pass defense in 12 games. Given his play last season, it's easy to see why pundits and fans are counting out Leal. But he appears more focused than previous years and could be set to prove his doubters wrong. "He's looked outstanding," Steelers defensive coordinator Teryl Austin said of Leal to the media on June 12. "Leal looks like he's in great shape. Really runs through the ball. Really doing some good things. It'll be a big year for him." Steelers Depot's Alex Kozora argued that Leal has always had natural ability but that he needs to turn that into pass rushing production. "Once he reports to training camp, turning his natural athleticism into pass rush prowess will be key," Kozora wrote. Leal struggled to find go-to-rush moves and effectively use his hands to defeat blocks. His run defense could also improve, though it was better than his pass rush last season. It would be a big boost for the Steelers' defense if Leal could become a regular contributor in 2024. Heyward turned 35 this offseason, so the Steelers are looking for their next Pro Bowl-caliber defensive lineman. Leal could supply pass rushing support at defensive end this season. Second-year defensive tackle Keanu Benton has also showed promise. Pittsburgh drafted Benton in the second round of the 2023 NFL Draft. 3 factors will prove why Steelers already have a WR2 on their roster. After revamping the quarterback position in with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields in 2024, the talk of the Steelers' offseason surrounded the wide receiver position. When Deontay Johnson was traded to the Panthers, Pittsburgh's roster looked extremely thin at the position outside of George Pickens. Trade rumors had already been swirling prior to the trade, and they ramped up after the Steelers sent their starting wide receiver packing. However, Omar Khan and the front office didn't do much to address the position during the 2024 offseason. Pittsburgh reportedly inquired about a trade for a wide receiver with the 49ers during the 2024 NFL Draft, but the asking price was too far off for a player like Deebo Samuel. Though they haven't landed a proven difference-maker at the receiver position this offseason, fans shouldn't be worried. Believe it or not, there's a good chance that the Steelers already have a WR2 on their roster, and these three factors could prove that this is the case. When Matt Canada was calling the shots over the past 3 seasons, it was easy to see how Pittsburgh's offense paled in comparison to those around the league, particularly when it came to the passing game. While innovative offensive coordinators ran nifty route concepts, Canada was stuck in the past. The former OC limited the risk of turning the ball over at the expense of creating big plays and scoring points, which was obviously a poor trade-off. Arthur Smith isn't guaranteed to turn things around right away, and he's a run-first OC. However, there's no question that he will be an upgrade over what they had. In 2019 and 2020 as the OC of the Titans, Smith's passing game was one of the most efficient in the NFL. With the weight of head coaching responsibilities off his shoulders, he can focus on what he does best. The massive uptick in efficiency in the passing game will prove why the Steelers can make it work with what they have at the WR position. Along with improved play calling, the Pittsburgh Steelers should be getting vastly improved quarterback play in 2024. Fans were quick to shoo an aging Ben Roethlisberger out the door only to be met by Kenny Pickett, a low-upside, Day 2 draft prospect who had no business being drafted at pick 20. Pickett, along with Mitch Trubisky and Mason Rudolph, couldn't sustain drives and put points on the board routinely. Enter Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. While the new duo of quarterbacks have a losing record over the past 3 seasons, they have shown significantly more splash and playmaking ability. Neither option is guaranteed to be a long-term answer, but they are at least competent enough to help the wide receivers look significantly better in 2024. The third factor that will prove the Steelers already have a WR2 on their roster is the young and proven talent the team already possesses. Forget about signing a washed-up player like Michael Thomas or trading for an unspectacular veteran like Courtland Sutton. This team has a few gifted receivers not named George Pickens who just need an opportunity to prove themselves. I had a late second-round grade on former Michigan WR Roman Wilson thanks to his well-rounded play and soft, natural hands. Wilson was arguably the best receiver at the Senior Bowl in 2024 and was thought to be one of the biggest steals of the NFL Draft. He deserves a shot to prove what he can offer. Meanwhile, I'm not giving up on Calvin Austin III. I had a third-round grade on the former Memphis product, but his rookie season was claimed by a foot injury and he drew a short straw playing with Kenny Pickett and Matt Canada in his first action on the NFL field in 2023. Wilson and Austin may not be long-term solutions, but collectively, they could prove to be efficient options in the receiving game thanks to their athletic talent and skill sets. They just need the opportunity to shine, and they may have that with a new QB and OC in Pittsburgh. Steelers DT expresses interest in joining Browns. For years, AFC North rivals like Pittsburgh and Baltimore have been viewed as stable organizations that have kept their players, especially on the defensive side, under contract and built continuity for their units. Cleveland is starting to replicate those processes to be seen as a strong organization that can rival their AFC North foes. The Browns' success on that front is apparent with the latest news out of Pittsburgh. Longtime Steelers defensive tackle Cam Heyward expressed interest in joining the Browns organization should Pittsburgh not extend his current contract beyond this season. The Athletic's Mark Kaboly wrote that one destination for Heyward is Cleveland as the defensive tackle has a connection to the city. "I still have family in Cleveland, my wife is from Cleveland," Kaboly's report noted. Heyward admitted that he and his wife have openly discussed playing in a new city as the Steelers seem reluctant to sign a new deal with the veteran defender. "I have talked to my wife, and we know the reality, and we have had those talks, and she said it could be fun to play somewhere else," Heyward said. This season will be the 14th year Heyward has played for the Steelers since the team drafted him with their top pick in 2011. The 6'5" defensive tackle is coming off a season where he played only 11 games due to injury. Cleveland last week announced the extensions of head coach Kevin Stefanski and GM Andrew Berry, the first time since the team's rebirth in 1999 that their coach and GM earned extensions to their original contracts. Browns Nation Ernie Horn is an award-winning writer, covering multiple sports at every level for over a quarter century. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Cam Heyward? Leave your opinion in the comments.